+1 counters, which make creatures stronger, and then you can tell a creature's attack and defense based on the numbers here. The first number is their power, and the second number is their toughness.
So is that guy weak?
Yes.
Yeah, claiming
He is extremely weak, but he has the flying ability, which means that he can only be blocked by other creatures with flying or reach, which makes him hard to defend against, which is nice. Problem is, if I don't get more lands for either of these decks, it's going to be a very sad game. 7. It's just in case I play during lunch, and if the lunch table's really dirty, I have this so my cards don't stay.
But you also have the screen protector, or this thing, sleeves.
Yep. The sleeves are there because a lot of my other friends play with my decks, so...
And their hands are dirty.
Yep. There we go, finally.
What you do, y'all?
Perfect. 3, resolve key, attack for 1.
How long have you been playing?
Several years now. There were periods, it was like an on and off kind of thing. Sometimes I'd be really into it. Other times, the sets they came out with were really disappointing and I wasn't very interested. But the Ravnica block, which is what both of these decks are from, I found very interesting with all the abilities that they had, so...
Is that the only one you play with?
It's the main one I play with. I have other decks that my friends
You'll
have
trip
banned
me.
because they're overpowered.
I mean, it just stopped.
But all the Ravnica decks are kind of on par with each other, so... There we go. 3 extort once.
When you turn them sideways, does that mean that you're like making them like whatever? Like
When I turn them sideways, I am tapping them. When you tap a land, they produce mana. Like this produces white mana, this produces black mana. This one can produce white or black. And then the mana produced is used to cast spells that you can see in the upper right corner. And then the Orzhov's ability is Extort, which for every time I have Extort on the field, I can pay additional mana in addition to their casting cost, so I paid 4 instead of 3. And for every additional mana I pay, I gain life, and all of my opponents lose life.
What's mana?
It's produced from the land. You can only play 1 land per turn, and it's what you use to cast spells and summon creatures.
have you ever had like a competition with all your friends?
Yes, except a lot of my friends are very unorganized, so it was very chaotic, and not a whole lot got accomplished.
So did you win?
No. I lost to someone with a better deck.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
Jacob good?
He's fairly new, and the deck he's using is a little scattered in its strategy, but I've had some close games with him.
Wow.
Alright, there we go. 1, 2, 3, extort twice, summon a defender.